Laura Loomer is trying to say she's got a copy of the birth certificate, and it proves that she's
Oh
not,
my Jesus.
even though her father's listed as Jamaican. Okay.
Did they
Laura Loomer trying to say she's got a copy of the.
All right, just wanted to say we are live on Facebook, and I'm very glad. I mean, not Facebook, YouTube, and I'm very glad that we are going to be talking about all kinds of crazy stuff today. And this is just where we blow off steam and do this. So you guys are having a conversation. I'm manning the truth board. So far we have the DSD. If we want to talk about that, there's a women.
Well, we can dive right in with the NABJ. I mean, we're already on that.
What's that?
That's the black journalist.
Oh yeah, go for it, guys.
So I'm sorry, I just was mentioning Loomer. Yeah, she found what she says is the birth certificate, and it proves that her father is not black, but it says he's Jamaican. So yeah.
Like I mean, I've personally never met a white Jamaican, like actual Jamaican. I've met people who live in Jamaica that are white.
Yeah. Right. Well, I met a guy that, I mean,
but they're not Jamaican. They're just white people that.
Right. They're colonists, but I mean, yeah, you have them. I was when I went to I was in Jamaica the first time, and we got picked up at Kingston, and the guy who met us had like a very light, maybe Britishy accent. He was kind of hippie guy. He had a place in the Blue Mountains. So he picked us up at the airport. We're driving there, and a car pulls alongside, and they see that we're a bunch of white tourists there. And so he starts to talk, and this guy is like, all of a sudden he turns and he's like, blah, 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 the pretty guy. Like he starts yelling back at him in patois about like, hey, fuck off. You bother somebody with a pretty car. These people are obviously just going to my mouth. Like he just spit it out, turned into patois on a dime. And then the guys all laughed, and then we just kind of went our own way. So it was wild how authentically, when you grow up in Jamaica, that you can just, you know, speaking of code switching, there's a white guy that super code switched. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, that they're trying to rerun the oldies with the Obama thing.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, even then it was questionable, but now, I mean, who the hell can't touch up a birth certificate to look like anything these days? I mean,
yeah, you think she
basic
put, like,
basic skills you can do that.
Okay, there you are. I lost you for a second there.
Oh. No. Yeah.
So yes, the doubling down is amazing.
Absolutely. But you know, the weird thing is, like, you know, the assertion that she's never asserted that she's a member of the Divine Nine.
It doesn't
what
make
the fuck?
It's
like the most black thing you can be as a woman.
It just doesn't make any sense. They don't know what to
and
say.
She went to an HBCU. I mean,
yeah,
stakes.
She's in a short, yeah.
I mean, it's just craziness. I don't get it. And come on,
it's the dumbest hill to die on.
Very strange.
It really is.
It's strange hill.
Yeah.
But that's why the whole they're weird narrative is sticking so well, and they cannot like unstick that shit.
No, they're like, no, you're weird, and we're all like, I don't know. Have you seen you?
Yeah. My favorite was Trump said, "No, we're the opposite of weird," which definitely shuts that down completely.
Yeah, opposite of weird. What is that? That's weirder. That's even weirder. All you have to do, like, I keep seeing that clip where he's on Joy Behar with his daughter, and they say, "What do you have in common?" And she says, "I have in common with my dad real estate and golf." And then they ask him what he has in common with her, and he says, "Sex." I was gonna say sex, and it's like,
that's just so gross,
right? And literally goes, "You're so weird," and just hits him. So he's like, "No one's ever called me weird." Well, like they've called him. Have you seen that clip?
No, I have not. I would have like puked in my mouth if I had.
Pretty disgusting, yeah.
But that, you know, there's the whole weird pictures thing, you know, that he's had, you know, the thing with what's the talk show host in New York? Stern. Yeah. You know, when he said he would do his daughter.
Yeah. Right. He's all talking
fucking all gross. Like, how gross can you be?
I know. I was like, my dad would kill you if you said that about me. And like one of his friends was like, "Hey, look at those hot tits." Like, I can't imagine what he would have done, but that's inappropriate. That's absolutely inappropriate. And Howard Stern, he knew better, but that's what his show does. But like, come on. Come the fuck on. All right, do we want to see this? Let's share.
Do I want to see it? I don't
Yeah.
know.
You absolutely do. You totally do.
I don't know.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna share my screen.
I'm getting comfy today.
Get comfy. Here we go.
She's a really nice woman. I thought it was a little unusual to have politics mixed with the movies, and it's been done before, I guess, a little bit, but it was a little bit unusual.
Yeah.
But I do like her. I think she's
Oh,
terrific.
no, this is
We want to know a little bit more about you guys. So we play this game here. It's called Fave 5. I'll ask the question. Ivanka, you answer first, and then Dad, you answer also.
It's just, uh,
Okay, Ivanka, what's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
That's so gross. That's so weird.
even
That's so
mean.
weird. Yeah, it is.
Like I wouldn't even like even it, I don't even use that word in front of my mother.
What does it even
It's
mean?
Like I use euphemisms.
Right? Like,
And I
that's
do the
weird.
same for in front of John. Like I'll use euphemisms,
Yeah.
stuff that I eat. He's gonna need therapy in 30 years, but when he realizes what I said, but he ain't gonna know what it is now. Because it's like it's too weird to even talk about that in front of our kids.
It's super weird and strange. And that's
Yeah.
just that was Wendy Williams. There's a Joy Behar one. There's the one where he's like asked in front of
Dating her.
when he said
Those
the
are my
boobs,
daughter. Yeah.
he was with Marla and they're saying, what do you have in common with the bait, or what do you hope for your baby? And he's like, I hope he gets the knockers and I hope he's a look, like that's not what you dream for your daughter. That's gross. Ew.
It's super gross.
Maybe that's what
Yeah.
he dreams for his daughter.
Mm.
It's super gross.
I know.
Yeah, and it's we didn't even get into the Epstein partnership.
Yeah, right?
I mean-
Like how weird is that?
Very. Oh, he's a very fine person. So are the guys with the torches at Charlottesville.
Like there is nothing about this dude that is normal.
No.
And it's not because he's rich. Like rich people are fucking weird. Most of them. But like not this level weird. Like
Yeah.
not
Yeah, I don't think
to
it
worry
helps.
about my
Yeah.
wife. Like
I don't think it helps to get. I mean, who wouldn't want to try getting a couple $100 million when you're born? But I don't think it helps you.
no,
you can get away with a lot of shit that you don't have to put up with. I mean, your coping skills must be in the toilet.
Did you see how like violently hostile he was when he went on the NABJ?
Oh God!
Like who does it? You're trying to win these people's votes,
Mhm.
and your immediate response to them calling you out for your bullshit is fucking vile.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what dumbass told him that this was a good idea?
I think
It had to be his own idea. It
Yeah.
had to be his own because no political person would ever
Oh,
think
no.
it was a good idea.
No. What I think, and hear me out. Different people go through, when your brain ages, there's different stages and different things happen, right? So I think there is a definite human brain. When you get old, you lose impulse control. That's one of the first things to go, is the ability to, hold your mouth when you need to and be strategic and stuff, because your brain just doesn't do it. So I think we're seeing with him in this last year, a lot of these outbursts are the lack of impulse control, because
No, he's always been like this.
I don't know if he would be able to say that though. That was like totally out of the gate. He usually wants to charm people. He was kind of trying it with talking about it being late in this. I don't know.
I
man.
don't remember who
soft.
who it was with, but he did like almost the exact same thing with somebody else during his presidency.
Well, yeah, but he blew up at reporters, but that was in a position of power. this is him indulging that. That's what I mean. It's impulse control. He likes to do this. He likes to beat up reporters, but as a strategic politician would have known this isn't the place to do it. I'm not in White House taking calls right now, taking, reporters. I'm here to present myself and win people over. So his
Well,
lack of impulse control, that's
well, maybe, but like it's on par with him because like
get this.
remember when he was doing the debates the last time and he called somebody a nasty woman or some shit.
Oh yeah, that's part of
Like
it.
I mean everything that he said is like shit that he's already said
Yes, because he's
somewhere.
of course. But again, I find that this is we were in the beginning of this, we're amazed at how he was doing it in this instance, and I do think that that's a misstep of him. I do think he's usually
I
more
think
savvy.
it was
He usually is.
I don't know about savvy. Yeah, I think he gets away with a lot and he's graded on like the hugest curve like ever. Like he's the kind, this is the kind of curve that like you give like the mentally like messed up kid, from school that you're like, oh, that it's Gary. Like it's okay. It's Gary.
It's Gary. That's fun. But yeah, it's Gary. We put up with him. It's Stacy. Okay, Stacy. I don't know.
Yeah, that's like the level of like curve that we give him. Like
I know. Yeah. But he's getting a lot of pushback on this. It's not really
on this because like it's too much. It was too much. It was like a fire hose of racism and stupidity and like just stupidity.
Oh yeah. And what is it? Sorry, go ahead.
So I was looking this up because I find this amazing that how he was being.
I'm starting to wonder if Amit Nakesh is in his campaign and is trying to kill this campaign.
The thing I thought was amazing is he was blaming them for being late and basically casting aspersions on the black women.
But it was actually him like making weird demands about not being fact checked.
He arrived more than an hour late just to begin with. And then then this standoff about the live fact checks. And people from the audience were fact checking him about Kamala Harris not passing her bar exam.
Oh yeah, like
I thought that was amazing. But yeah, people were just like, all right, but you're not going to allow it. We're going to get after you. And who wouldn't expect if you're going to an association of journalists
that we're not going to know. We're not going to know.
Right? And we're not going to fact check you. What are you talking about? Like, do you not read the room, dude?
He wanted a rally.
Yeah.
And yeah. And I love that she turned black to pander to Black Americans. She just turned black.
Yeah, the candidate that was a member of like a historically black sorority, the same sorority that my ex CEO at the clinic was a member of before she passed. Like, how fucking dare you?
Right?
It's unbelievable. I can't even get over how they're like, she's not qualified. She's just not qualified compared to you guys. Like,
and on top of that, who the fuck do you think you are as a white dude that you get to tell black people who is black and who is not? How do you get to define that? It's the same thing like on the other side of who gets to define what is anti-Semitism or what is Jewishness.
Yeah.
Like, no, none of y'all people get to define for black people, for Jewish people, what is what. Like, you don't get to do that.
Yep.
Yeah, well, we do have a
Sorry.
That's okay.
For our one listener out there.
Absolutely. I mean,
you should be used to my rants by now.
Absolutely, right? And then we have the Michaela Montgomery speaking for him. Did you see her speech?
Oh God.
I saw a clip of it and that was super fucking weird too. So yeah, go ahead with it. Go ahead with it.
Okay, we can go share the screen. All right, screen one. Is that it? Yeah. All right, share. Let's see.
Montgomery, a lot of you guys know me as the girl from Chick-fil-A, but I am so much more than that.
Oh, that's the girl from Chick-fil-A. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember who she is now.
Right? Yeah, she's the one that was, so
They
sorry.
tried to play herself off as like some rando.
Yeah.
Like, and now you got the gall to come out here.
Yeah, this is again the commentary we're getting is from a someone who's pro this person, so I'm like kind of skidding over her.
Or food, it should never be the quality of life.
Wow, that gives me goosebumps.
You're an idiot.
Go vote. I don't know what will. She got the fire
Hold on.
on that one.
Come on.
I mean, anytime.
Hold on.
Woo,
Here he goes.
to be actual.
They just want to use propaganda to steal your vote. The left is trying to tout this woman as a savior for the Black community, but all she's done is hurt the Black community since she came into the game.
Woo. Ooh, the first step in.
A few days ago, President Trump said he didn't know Vice President Harris was a Black woman. I'm trying to figure out what all the outrage is about because she's only Black when it's time to get elected.
Wow.
Except that when she was a member of the Divine Nine going to an HBU.
Which specifically
Right.
affected the Black community by increasing capital by almost $500 billion, creating.
Yeah,
But
that's
that's
enough
yeah,
of that.
that's
Yeah,
enough of
this
that.
is
But yeah,
trash.
that's her. Yeah, isn't that great?
And you can't, like you said, that people know you for being, well, kind of false,
Yeah,
you know, kind of
disingenuous.
a phony. And now you're up speaking at a Trump event, which doesn't give you any more credence in my
No, that doesn't.
No,
No, right?
No, cut you no slack.
No, please get, take, that's the problem is you're saying the gall. I mean, these guys have no lack of gall on that side. They really don't. There's no shame. They don't feel
No,
any
none,
shame.
none.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, if you had any sense and you got called out on the Chick-fil-A thing, you'd be like, okay, maybe I should shut up a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't be a keynote speaker at Trump's rally. You know,
Well,
maybe
I think-
that's not your bag.
But remember the what's her name that was at the what was that weird guy that ran for senator?
Herschel Walker.
No, the doctor guy and
Dr.
Oz. Remember the lady that was the Black lady that was at the Dr.
Oh
Oz?
yeah.
I remember you
Like we
recognized her.
blew that up.
Yep.
It was like her going to the other weird people, the book burning people,
Oh,
the Moms for Liberty.
Moms for Liberty thing.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
Maybe you should just sit this one out.
But they don't, because he needs them. And
He does. Apparently, I mean, obviously, he couldn't even fill that back row with Black folks.
I love that in Georgia, right? The Georgia auditorium was not as full as it was with
For Kamala. Yeah, that was funny.
that was funny. It was driving him crazy, and he spent like a half an hour talking about how they wouldn't let people in.
No, they wouldn't. They didn't do that, buddy. They didn't do that, buddy.
Oh yeah, they just wouldn't let me add the people. There's thousands of people. They aren't just out there. They keep them way, way far away. You don't even see them really. They're invisible people. There's these special, really teeny tiny fan people that they just wouldn't let them in. Too bad.
Oh my Lord.
But it
He
is
is so flailing right now, and they are trying so hard to pretend that he is not.
I know.
It's ridiculous. You got a couch humping weirdo who, pretends to be a man of the people while being a venture capitalist. Like any real person would even conceive of having that kind of money of other people's money to spend.
Yep.
Like, come on, man. Like, y'all are just fucking weird.
Yep.
You should just fucking sit down and be like, all right, yep, we bought this one.
Yeah. Oh, this is a good one too. Yeah.
I'm gonna share the screen.
Yes.
This is my favorite part.
Speaking of support from the Black community.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, isn't this beautiful?
They are beautiful. And
They're afraid of Black women supporting Trump because when we do, we drop the Hood Rat Act, and the left hates classy women.
what the fuck kind of racist shit
Right.
is
And do
that?
you see her hand? It's got extra finger there.
Oh, yep.
Trump's,
Yep,
look at how
yep,
weird
yep.
that is. He's got a mullet or something happening back here. Some weird hand there. This is full on AI.
Yeah, they just photoshopped him right in front of somebody.
Not even. They could have done that. I could have done so much better job than this. This
Oh,
is all he
absolutely.
needed to do was put a picture of a bunch of black beauty contestants, and like you can see when he's right in front of it, like there's the hair.
Yeah, that's what
So-
I'm saying. They just
they did-
photoshopped him right in front of it.
But why'd they use AI? You wouldn't need all these tells. I could have made it look like, why did you do that? You didn't need this. So the AI was not, I don't know why they did that. I could have taken a hand from any model and like isolated it and put it on top of that. Like it doesn't, she's got 1, 2, 3, 4 little tiny, look at those weird hands. Where's that coming from? We don't even know that hand. It's not her. Like where?
Yeah, I don't know where that one's coming from.
Yeah, you're right. It's just so weird.
Is it is it the one that's behind her? Is she got really long arms?
Well, she would have to be like like she'd have to, yeah, right. It's like Plastic Man.
Oh my God.
So I don't.
And zoom in on his face. He looks like a mannequin.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
It's hard to zoom in.
Oh,
Anyway,
got it. No, okay.
yeah. Anyway, that was Mark Lamont Hill, and he's just as offended as we are. So yeah, it's just crazy shit. And so, like again, like it's laziness. So
Well, it's laziness, and it's just like a disconnection from like actual human beings. Like he's never been really connected to real human beings.
like, why can't that Chick-fil-A lady? Why couldn't she grab some of her friends and come together and have a nice little
Because they were like, fuck you.
right? Like, what do you do? Like,
I'm not looking like an ass.
I know, right? That's what it must be, because otherwise she would bring them, I would think. I can't think of one other reason why you would have to subject yourself, except for that's like fan art. You know, people do this and they throw it out there, and then Trump's fan. Do you think they would stop it or just say, "Hey, that's a great idea. Let's reproduce that shoot"?
Yeah.
It's just really weird. And
It's
weird
to me. It feels like a disconnection between like the present and the feel good in the moment,
Mhm.
and the consequences in the future.
Hmm.
You know, and I feel the same way with like a lot of the pro-pally people that are out there,
Mhm.
you know, saying crazy shit, you know, and getting caught for it, or doing crazy shit and getting caught for it, and not realizing that there are going to be real consequences. And then when like the actual consequences hit, like they cry about it. Same thing over here, like, but there's no consequences yet because it's, you know, it just hasn't hit. You know what I mean? They still have the payday, you know, for, you know, the Trump, you know, campaign or whatever. But when that's gone and they can't get another job,
what's gonna happen?
because
right?
nobody is going to touch you with a 20-foot pole.
Right? I agree. It's really
And
weird.
like nobody is inviting you to the barbecue anymore. Like,
Yeah. And you know, what do you think is going to happen too? Do you think he's going to be loyal to you? I mean,
Oh,
look at all the
right.
hell
right.
no.
Are you an
he
idiot?
isn't
Yeah.
loyal to his own kids.
No.
And his own family. Remember earlier this week when he came out that he told his what was it, his nephew that he should just let his kid die.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Like, who the fuck says that? Even if you might think it because you're a piece of shit,
Right.
like normal people would have the wherewithal to shut the fuck up and not let it come out, because you know that you're a piece of shit if you say it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Again, there's a lack of shame. I mean, shame doesn't affect these.
No,
on that
you know,
side.
because they're fucking rich and
Crazy.
they're rich adjacent.
Yep. And yeah, so again, you know, like how many lawyers has he gone through? How many legal degrees?
Jesus Christ.
How many people have been disbarred from working for this guy?
There's been an entire like law firm worth of lawyers disbarred.
And the one idiot, I can't even remember which one it was. Todd Blanche, I guess.
Oh
He
God.
basically turned away from a very successful legal practice to focus on one client. And
He's insane.
I will guarantee you that guy is not getting the payday he had when he was in
Oh
the
no. Oh
Why
no.
do they do it?
I don't know. It's a weird cult kind of thing. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Yeah.
Well, I think for Todd Blanchett, it's the notoriety. You know, he thinks that of himself kind of in the same way that what's his name thought himself during the OJ trial.
Mhm.
You know, here's this really tough client. Here's
Yeah.
you know, if I can get him off on something,
Mhm.
then like that's really going to boost my career down the line.
I guess
Yes,
so, right? But still, it's insane. It can really blow up because the guy's insane.
Absolutely. And like he makes you do or have to do
Mhm.
crazy fucking shit.
Right, you have to do the crime for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And did you guys talk about JD Vance? Is he going to be out of here?
No, we
Is
didn't
he-
bring that up yet.
I don't think so. And like once you're locked in, you're locked in.
You
I don't
think?
think I don't think
Yeah.
they're gonna get rid of him.
Well, that's interesting because we had been listening to what was it, Scaramucci on
The
CNN.
mooch.
The mooch.
The mooch.
The mooch.
His take on it was kind of interesting. He said that he thought that Trump would wait till after the Dems announced their VP and then
Stick it
jettison
to them like they
jettison
stuck it to him.
Vance.
Except that that's not gonna work. Like the six people, like two of them I don't really know,
Yeah.
but they seem like, you know, from what I could see, like of their record, pretty stellar, you know, people if they're kind of unknown. Then you got Mark Kelly, then you got Josh Shapiro, and what's
Maybe
the one?
Nikki Haley if he won, but I
No.
don't think he would do it.
Who?
I
Trump?
don't think, and I don't think it would energize his movement because they don't like women.
No, because most Nikki Haley voters already said nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she
You're not
wouldn't be
adding.
president. She'd be kissing his ass the whole time. So it wouldn't
Yeah.
be a position of power for her. I don't think that.
No. Like it's bad enough for her. It's got to be bad enough for her that she's had to kiss his ass this much.
Yeah.
Like she really should have just been like, nah, fuck that, and stuck to her guns.
It's a shame.
Like,
It really is.
And
Woman
people
up.
weren't
Shame.
voting for her in the primary. My take on it was they were voting against Trump.
Absolutely.
Could have
That
been
was
Ted Cruz in there.
that was
It was like anything but
oh
Trump. kind of
Jesus,
vote.
Ted Cruz.
Could you imagine? Oh, that'd be so funny.
Oh my god, that's just as
So
fucking
funny.
weird as fucking
It would be
JD
so
Vance.
delicious. It would be so delicious. Oh, let's see. What was that one we saw, Steve? The one where it was like, they knew. It's a great
Oh
commercial.
yeah.
They had to know how bad JD Vance was. Like those campaigns, they vet those people. Like the campaigns do it, not necessarily the principal, but you know, the campaigns do it before it even gets that far.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So I was just trying. There's been some really interesting.
Yeah, who made the was it her campaign?
I don't remember. I'm looking for it, but it was good. Yeah. Oh well.
They have given her so much already. Like they have given that woman a treasure trove of attacks to like just beat Trump with.
And she's also, she's raising a shit ton of money too, which is kind
Oh
of
yeah,
right?
300 million
That's
already.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
Mm.
Oh, I'm so sad. I can't find it. Let me see if I can find it. Are you looking for it?
I was looking for it too.
Well, don't look for it. You guys talk while I look for it. I'm faster.
Okay.
I thought it was funny too at the Georgia. They're starting to have people hold signs that say Kamala really light, and then it says you're fired really dark. And to me, it looks like they're saying you're fired because you don't see her name.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like,
What?
who are they saying is fired?
I know, that's exactly what I did.
Well, somebody had an interesting Facebook post on that. It was JD Vance at the lectern, and they had the "You're fired" signs behind them, and they said, "This is Democrat self-owned level optic.
I want to talk to the Trump.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, this is awesome.
You ready?
Yeah.
I heard Lindsay.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it. It's a good one.
You know you love it when Lindsay shows
It's
up.
a good one, everybody. Here we go.
What she got to say? What has she got to say?
I want to talk to the Trump supporters for a minute. I don't know who you are. I don't know why you like this guy.
Whatever he does, he accuses everyone else of doing. The man cannot tell the truth, but he combines it with being a narcissist. A narcissist at a level I don't think this country's ever seen.
And my concern is that he would grab up that power and really treat the country as sort of his little bully fiefdom.
Donald Trump is everything I taught my children not to do in kindergarten.
He's been exploiting working Americans for 40 years.
Homophobic, religious bigot.
He says he's for the little guy, but he's actually built a lot of his businesses on the backs of the little guy.
You know, Donald Trump the other day said that, it, quote, if he tells a soldier to commit a war crime, the soldier will just go do it.
I don't think Donald Trump has even read the Constitution, knows what's in the Constitution.
A toxic mix of demagoguery and mean-spiritedness and nonsense.
I forgot about Rick Perry.
Cannot support Donald Trump.
It just keeps going.
Donald Trump is a delusional narcissist and an orange-faced windbag.
He doesn't know the difference between truth and lies. He lies practically every word that comes out of his mouth.
I think he's a kook. I think he's crazy. I think he's unfit for office.
Damn.
Oh my god, that's such sick burns from his own party.
I know.
Wow.
Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that a nicely done ad?
That is.
Yes, it is. Who's that by?
By Act TV, it says. I don't know who those people are. Let's see.
Axe TV. That's
Act TV.
Act-
Yeah, it's just. It looks like that's who did it.
is it ACT like Act Blue?
ACT.TV.
Yeah.
I bet it's Act Blue.
Maybe. Let's see.
Yeah.
We're progressive
We
media.
said from the beginning.
We're a progressive media company specializing in live stream and digital strategy. Do more than watch is not just our catchphrase. We are activists, producers, technologists, and organizers with a deep commitment to innovating our way out of crisis and building the better world we know is possible. Our national audience turns to Act TV every day for timely news, commentary, and movement actions on the issues they care most about. Act TV is a project of Democrats.com, the oldest and largest independent online community of Democratic Party and progressive activists. Oh, look at this. I'm going to go on Facebook and like them.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Smash that subscribe. But I'm
Which we should remind our two viewers that they should do. Smash that subscribe button.
Oh shit. How am I? That's weird. Oh, I see. So that's bizarre. I'm in. Never mind.
Oh, they have a bunch of them?
No, I just noticed that it said I'm in the wrong. Why am I in Google Carolyn here, but I'm in local here? I'm just confused. I'm confused. Just
I don't know.
don't look. Don't look at that. Don't. It's hideous. Look away. Avert your eyes. So yeah. So didn't they say that Vance could drop out? Scaramucci thought he might.
He seemed to think he would after the Democrats announced their VP, which
It's not going to do anything. Like,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
because the Democrats aren't playing your game.
No one. Oh, what about the debate? Isn't that amazing?
When is that going to be? Because they did land on a date, didn't they?
They already had a date of September 10th.
That was the original one.
Yes, but let's be clear, because if you look at the arrangement, it's up somewhere. I could pull it up, but it says the candidate. So they were very careful not to say Trump is debating. It was like the Republican candidate will be for president will be debating
the Democratic
candidate because
Yeah,
before it happened before the conventions. So they said that. So Trump is trying to say they swapped out the person, so that's not valid, but it's still valid because
yeah, absolutely,
had
it's
agreed.
valid.
And then he said that the other reason is because George Snuffleupagus or whatever.
Snuffleupagus.
I don't know. Everyone says the wrong
He's got
name.
big eyelashes.
I don't know. But anyway, so because he is involved in litigation with Trump regarding him saying that, are we have a visitor here?
Yeah, my pooch is under my table.
Oh, it's a doggy.
Under my desk.
Oh, all right. Well, hey, a very political pooch. We've got the cat
He's
here.
welcome there. He's always welcome around me.
Right. But anyway, he says he has this lawsuit against George, but he had it already when he agreed to it before, because the lawsuit goes back months before he agreed to it. So that doesn't make sense. So he just came out of nowhere and said, I've agreed to do this on Fox on September 4th, and they'll have a full arena, and he changed all the rules, and now he's like, that's the debate. Like you can just
no, you don't get to just like one side this motherfucking shit. That's not how that fucking shit works.
He's telling her she's black or not, so I guess everything else, the sky's the limit. You can say whatever the hell you want.
Well, I guess I guess if you're that full of your fucking self, you can think you can do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Doesn't mean it's real.
Yeah, the beauty is he thinks it's working. That's even better.
There's a whole lot of Trump is chicken memes now, though.
Oh, I like the one with his hair. That was
that was a good one. They made a chicken out of his hair. These chicken seeds, poster chicken memes here. Oh, let's see what we got. No, there's not that many.
No.
His person of the year, chicken. Yeah, he's chicken.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
But it would be funny though. I would appreciate.
Oh, I cannot wait to see them on the debate stage together. Like he is not prepared for her.
Right. Well, my thought is like, okay, so on the 4th, because he made it earlier than their thing, so there's a reason. So he's going to be like, come on and debate me, and she's not going to go. And so will he get the empty podium? Will Fox give him the empty podium where he can is he going to hold a rally? If he has a whole bunch of if he fills an arena, they're pretty much giving him a rally. I don't think.
Yeah, that's all that is, and it's a stunt.
Yeah, I don't think.
I think everybody's gonna see right through that shit.
I don't even think Fox is gonna. I have a hard time wondering if Fox was gonna actually give him the rally that he wants. You know what I mean? Like, why would they give it to him
Could
for
they
free?
get in trouble again? Could they be
Right?
sued again for something?
And they already are in trouble for
they already owe hundreds of millions of dollars.
Right. So I don't know if you can just give a rally to one side. I know how it happened in Georgia, but also that was the state level, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was the empty podium thing, and that was the guy refused to go.
Ossoff.
So, but this is different because there is already a pre-existing debate ready. You can't just pull one out of your ass without consulting the other person.
The hook is that you're, as the one who's the opponent, you chickened out.
Yeah.
That's really the hook. I mean, the other one is just Trump doing what Trump does anyway, which is get a bunch of MAGAs together and bloviate
MAGA.
whatever.
MAGA's gonna MAGA.
MAGA's gonna MAGA, yeah, and
seen
it'll
that.
all be that same thing. Hannibal Lecter and the sharks, and the election was stolen and everybody's rigged, and
He really nothing he says is new.
No.
Like his attacks aren't new. No. Like none of it. Like the weird Hannibal Lecter shit, that's not new. Like he's still going with the whole windmill thing.
Dead beagles under the window.
Dead beagles? Did you say beagles?
Dead beagles. No, eagles. Beagles are terrifying.
Don't let your dog hear that.
No.
Cover your ears.
That's a Christy Gnome joke. But the dead bird cemetery. I love that. As opposed to the live bird cemetery. Idiot. Oh God.
Do you want to look at the Indian casino thing?
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, this is great.
Is that being brought back up?
Yes, it is.
Did you see that clip? The Indian casino.
I remember seeing it in front of some subcommittee or something forever
I think it was
ago.
the gaming committee. I think it might have been the gaming commission in one of the states, maybe. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
At the Klein College of Media and
What's on
Communication,
here?
we really try to
Oh,
give our
sorry.
students these opportunities for experiential
All
learning.
right, I don't know what's
In
going on.
this case, we're sending 4 students to Paris to
Why
tell
are we
behind the
getting-
scenes stories. Those were
commercial?
broadcast on Temple
Might be
University.
a commercial.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a commercial.
It's commercial.
I don't like it. All right, here we go.
They don't look like
Share
Indian to
screen.
me. Oh my God. This can only go well.
All right.
93.
Right.
Wow.
It's my opinion that it will blow. It will blow sky high. It will be the biggest scandal ever, or one of the biggest scandals since Al Capone in terms of organized
Loves
crime.
Al Capone.
I believe that there's going to be a lot of embarrassed and a lot of red faces. But to sit here and listen, as people are saying, that there's no organized crime, that there's no money laundering, that there's no anything, and that an Indian chief is going to tell Joey Killer to please get off his reservation is almost unbelievable to me.
You have basically stated that the problem seems to be that the FBI doesn't have any people, or is that correct? Is the issue that you?
No, I think it's far beyond that. I think that people have got paper bags over their faces and nobody's looking. Everybody, it seems to me, from even just a common sense standpoint, knows what's going on.
Oh, wait, here it is. Up next. Oh, that's not the
Did
best. Oh, here it
you
is.
submit this list to the FBI at any time?
I'm not a law enforcement officer. I'm not supposed to be going around checking Indian reservations. That's what you have the FBI for, and they're very capable, the most capable. But that's not my job. The Indians don't have to pay tax. Nobody's more for the Indians than Donald Trump. And you ask about competing. I love to compete. Nobody likes, and I think many of you folks up there know for a fact that I love to compete. But I like to compete on an equal footing. I'm competing and paying hundreds of millions of dollars in tax. My
But not your
so-called, as you would
contractors.
call them, opponent, and they're not an opponent, but my opponent is competing and paying no tax. It's not a fair situation.
You indicate that they don't pay taxes.
I didn't indicate they don't pay taxes. I said they're not paying taxes on casino.
Oh,
They're
that's
not paying
because the
taxes on-
profits from it are to go to the reservations.
Oh, really?
In spite of the FBI testimony that this is not a significant problem, Mr. Trump, in one sentence, you say, they are the most capable of agencies, and that you're not a law enforcement expert, and then you tell us that you have superior knowledge to their knowledge about, the extent of, organized crime on Indian reservations.
You've got a totally closed mind on the,
No,
on
I
the
don't,
subject,
Mr.
sir.
Trump.
We could walk in here with the greatest proof in the history of the world, and frankly, your mind is so closed for whatever reason that I can't believe it.
But you don't
But
have
if
that.
you really want
don't
to,
have
if
that.
you really want to
Trump.
study this,
Yes.
when you tell me that there are no FBI agents
Tiny
on
hands.
Indian reservations, and yet you have tremendous numbers in Las Vegas and in Atlantic City, tremendous numbers. In fact, two of their largest
Why is he
places.
doing that?
I want to tell you something. You have a long way to go. And for whatever reason, you have a closed mind. I don't know why. Perhaps you could tell me.
No, Mr. Trump, I have a closed mind against evidence that is not substantiated.
Oh, well.
I have a closed mind against statements that are made about other people in
You're
generality.
going to be very
I have a
embarrassed in
closed
2
mind
years, sir.
when you go on a radio show and you say, now some drunken Indians want to come down here and open a
I
reservation.
didn't say that, sir. Quote it. I didn't say that. Who said that?
You said that.
I'd like an apology right now because I didn't say that.
Imus opened the broadcast, so, excuse me, Mr. Imus said that.
Okay, could I please have an apology?
You can have an apology.
Thank you, sir.
And then you went on to, is this you discussing Indian blood? We're gonna judge people by whether they have Indian blood, whether they're qualified to run a gaming casino or not?
That probably is
Sounds
me,
like me.
absolutely,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I'll tell you what, if
It's
you
much
look,
better.
if you look at some of the reservations that you've approved, you, sir, in your great wisdom have approved, I will tell you right now, they don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like the Indians. Now, maybe we say politically correct or not politically correct. They don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like Indians to Indians. And a lot of people are laughing at it, and you're telling how tough it is, how rough it is to get approved. When you go up to Connecticut and you look, now, they don't look like Indians to me, sir.
Thank God, that's not the test of whether or not people have rights in this country or not, whether or not they pass your look test.
Depends whether, yeah, whether or not you're approving it, sir.
No, it's not a question whether I'm approving it. Not a question, well, I'm going to move in. Mr. Trump, you know, in the history of this country, where we've heard this discussion before, they don't look Jewish to me.
Oh, really?
They don't look
Well.
Indian to me. They don't look Italian to me.
Mhm.
And that was a test for whether people could go into business or not go into business, whether they could get a bank loan. You're too black, you're not black enough.
I want to find out. Well, then why you're approving for Indian? Why don't you approve it for everybody then, sir? If your case is non-discriminatory, why don't you approve for everybody? You're saying only Indians. Wait a minute, sir. You're saying only Indians can have the reservations, only Indians can have the gaming.
Only Indians can have
I don't want to be on a reservation.
Why is it
have
that
a
the Indians don't pay
reservation.
tax, but everybody else does? I do.
Do you want to live on
Why
a
is it that I
reservation,
pay tax?
dipshit?
Why is it that?
Europe did reservations for Jews. They were called ghettos.
Right?
I don't
You
want to
wanna live in
be in a ghetto, and I don't want Native Americans to have to be in a ghetto. I want them to be on their land and have their rights.
Yes, that's the whole point of it. He doesn't live on a reservation. That's why you don't get to do this. If you lived on a fucking reservation, you'd understand.
Why don't you do something for the other Indians that are living in total poverty? Because you know.
Oh, now he cares about the people.
He
that
cares.
care.
He
Oh,
does.
He really
To answer your
cares.
questions, I'm sure he will.
I'm sure he will, absolutely.
Wow, he's running through a lot of the old material. Capone.
Isn't that amazing how,
Right?
how little has
Indian.
changed? To your point earlier, Corey, he has been up to this shit all along.
What's
All
funny?
his life. All his life.
What's funny though is now he's saying that Kamala looks Indian, but she doesn't look black. So he's like really switching things around.
He is.
He's
he is.
reversing the oldies. Yeah.
He's switching them up.
Yeah,
he's,
you know,
he's ripping.
You
He's
got it
ripping.
right. You can't just stick with the same old.
Yeah.
That's
He's
not
a
what-
jazz. It's
that's-
like jazz.
That's not what the
man.
kids go for these days, man.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
That's amazing though, right? You got to refresh your memory and remember, you know, and go back and see who he was and what we're looking at now.
Right.
And he's just an adult old man. Like he's even more dangerous because all this is calcified.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
right?
he was always going to be dangerous.
Yes.
But it's just more so now because there's nothing and no one that can mitigate
Nope.
it.
And no one stands up to him.
Yeah, because
nobody stands up to him.
Surrounded himself with yes men or yes people,
He's
know,
getting
because
money,
I
and he
argue
has
that none of them were ever really men,
Yeah, good
you
point.
know.
Yes, lackeys or whatever, minions.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call them.
Minions. Don't insult minions.
I know, I'm sorry. That's his legion. No, that sounds too powerful.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever it is his flying monkeys. And
His flying monkeys. That's a good one.
so it's just overwhelming sometimes to see the hate in the comments. But I'm imagining that a lot of the pushback that I see when I read people's comments to like when they announce like any of the news we've discussed, there's tons of angry people, but I think they're mostly, would you say they're just trolls? Say they're just
Absolutely.
Bots.
Trolls. Their entire like I've seen them they'll have like walls of like cell phones,
Mm-hmm.
you know, connected to like a single computer.
Right.
Yep.
You know, and like the same dude just putting out like all the crazy on like 100, 200, 300 counts at a time.
Right. And I know we posted recently a story about a mother that she was I think I talked about her one of the last times we've had these calls. She in Lansdale there was a mass murder and a guy burnt his house down and she lived right next door. So she had like a really interesting story, and then like a month later her son who lived in Lansdale
Lansdale.
Lansdale.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Right.
Lansdowne, maybe it was whatever. Well, one of them. Anyway, so
Lansdowne.
Her son lived farther away, but he wound up in West Philly, and he got shot in the middle of a feud that he knew nothing about. That his girlfriend at the time, who he's not with anymore, but she kind of got him into the middle of this. So anyway, the whole point of it was that shit can happen, and I tried really hard to write to share the post with text that wasn't inflammatory. It was just pretty much like, hey, shit can happen. You never know when stuff goes down. There's a mass murder. And her point was like, go get yourself the mental help you need. Go get take care of each other, watch each other, because shit can explode and you don't even realize it, right?
Yeah.
We have had like a dozen, and we get of people like from out of nowhere. I don't recognize them. They don't have a profile picture, or some of them have like a weird stock footage looking one. These long ass posts about guns and, you know, only criminals are gonna get them, and, you know, just really weird messages too, because they don't know what to say to what I've said, so it doesn't even make much sense. It looks like something like a bot or an AI response to, and it's weird how they troll so much that they even pick up Dinky Us in, you know, Northwest Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, you can't say anything on Facebook without attracting. If you say the word gun in your post, you're just gonna get the trolls.
The funny thing is a lot of the AI posts,
Mhm.
you're not really going to tell the difference anymore.
Yeah.
Like between a human,
Mm.
like, I mean, you have to be real skilled.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there are certain minor tells, but like the average user isn't going to be able to tell the difference.
Not in a comments worth. Comments
No,
are so short. Like,
no.
you really need more text for me to see the patterns. So if someone just
Yeah.
leaves a comment, it could be from anyone.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's slick, but it's really weird. Like, I have to delete them like every day. It's been up there, and it's just relentless. It's just amazing to me the how thorough they are.
Quit licking your nuts, dude.
Well, I
I
hope
could hear
that's
that.
I hope that's the dog.
That was definitely the dog. I could hear him down there, like just slurping away. I'm like, dude.
Yes.
Oh, maybe he's itchy. It's hot out.
Not down here. It's fine down here.
Oh, isn't your basement nice and cool?
Mm-hmm.
Transition to the dad conversation.
AC.
You guys gonna talk
No
about
AC. No AC.
Oh, yeah.
Just nice and cool today.
That's
All right.
nice too.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping because we need. I was thinking about getting a small interior unit because here in the condo association, you can't put the window unit in, so you need to have the exhaust coming out of your window, but you can't put in a full window unit. So I was hoping you had maybe
made some advances.
Yeah, dove into that thing where you have the freestanding air conditioner inside.
I have not gotten around to that yet because, well, you know what I did when my mother-in-law came, because I couldn't afford it because I just had to pay the last payment for John's karate camp for the summer, and like that took up like the last of my money for that little period. And so what I did is I took out my AC in my room because it is one of those indoor ones with the little hose that goes to it.
Right.
And like, you can't tell like from the outside really that it's there, but it's pumping it out.
Yeah.
And I just moved that over to her room.
Oh, that's nice.
To the guest room
That's nice.
for somebody I don't even like.
Oh, that's very nice of you.
So you
I
don't
hope she doesn't see this.
Keeping the peace.
So you're all separate units in separate rooms.
For now, yeah.
For now, okay.
Eventually we'll move over either to central AC, or I saw something new recently that's similar to central AC, but it's kind of like it's separate, but like it's somehow all interconnected.
Are
Like, I don't know.
those wall units that you can put up against the wall and ventilate out? Like there's you can install them. It's called what's the name of it? It's I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it either, but I had seen a commercial for it and I just haven't had time to look it up. But it's relatively supposed to be comparatively cheaper.
Yeah.
But equally as effective.
Yeah, they're called mini splits.
Mm.
Yeah. So maybe next week's show can be about mini splits.
Very exciting. Very exciting. When is the DNC happening?
Isn't that the 16th or something?
I don't remember, but I
Hold
guess
on.
You know better than me.
And Kamala's coming to Philly on Tuesday, right?
Yes.
We're going.
The DNC.
We're gonna ride down, right, Steve? Cool.
Yeah.
What should my sign?
19th, August 19th.
19th. Nice.
Okay, what should my sign say? Or should I paint myself?
That's weird.
I do.
You're
I wanna
weird.
be
You're
weird.
weird.
I want to be weird. I want to be weird. I'll wear one of my.
There's a difference between being weird and being weird.
There is. There's creepy weird and just goofy weird.
Yeah.
And they're creepy weird. They're just weird.
Yeah.
But like keep Portland weird. That's fun weird, right? We
Yeah.
all agree.
Well,
that
you know that because you know that Musk is moving Tesla and like SpaceX or whatever the hell his company was called to Texas now from California because apparently they have a law that says, you know, if your child like wants to transition, like, you know, that like
right. He's sensitive because his kid transitioned.
Yeah, he's
Killed my son.
That says more about you, weirdo, than like if your kid wants you to know. If they want you to know, they're going to tell you. They don't need the school to tell you.
Do not need the school to tell you. This is ridiculous.
Yep.
Like there's nothing that my son, that as far as I know, you know, that my son doesn't feel comfortable coming to me about.
And if they do, then that's on y'all.
Yeah.
That's a parenting problem. That's not something
absolutely. That would be my failure.
My kid tells me, no.
That's my failure as a parent if that happens.
Something that big is that they're afraid to come to you. That's a problem. And they are.
And his kid seems to hold a grudge against him.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Very
and
angry.
he should. He should.
Yes.
And don't
she
and don't use me as your political football. I mean, my God, what a jerk.
No.
Yeah, like who does that?
Right?
It's dick. It's just dick. It's just so mean. It's just what's it to you? What is it to you?
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. He's got a million kids. Like what is it? What does he care?
No, though. Like he has no personality, like zero personality.
No. And now Trump's all okay with
and he certainly doesn't he's certainly not handsome or like attractive in any way, shape, or form.
No, it's just the money, obviously. But now Trump's into electric cars because he's getting money from the Tesla guy. So
really? I thought he was like against that. Like
he was, but he literally said, "I've got to be for electric cars now because of Musk." Like he literally said that in his last.
But didn't Musk also like back out of that?
Well, he backed out of the amazing amount of money, but now he's still funding stuff. And one of the PACs that actually that's something we should talk about as far as fake news goes, because it does affect Pennsylvania. They're paying for people to call or is it online?
It's online.
It's online ads saying to register to vote. And in everywhere except the swing states, when you click on it, you actually go to voter registration. In the swing states, before you go to the voter registration, there's a form where you're supposed to fill out all your personal information, your name, your address, what you make, all that shit.
That is
so they're having all that.
illegal.
It is, but well, something's wrong. So I don't know what's good, but yeah, so that's what's happening now. So it's very disingenuous. So they're taking people's poll stats to so that's
wow, that has got to be illegal.
I hope it is, but it's happening.
And then again, you got to get somebody to enforce that. What's the FEC?
Right, who's going to do it?
Those
And
guys are at loggerheads.
How much time do they have? The election's already rolling. Like people are what 90 less than like at the end of this month or something like that. They start ballot
voting
open,
or producing
an
ballot.
absentee ballot is starting soon. Yeah, people start voting sooner than you think.
Yeah,
it always happens sooner than you think.
It does.
Did you know that election day is on John's birthday?
Oh, cool.
The election day is November 5th, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's his birthday.
Good for him.
Nice.
That's fun.
Does that go with mom and dad?
I was gonna say, does that mess up his birthday at all, or
No, I think we'll figure something out. I've got time, but I got to get all of his karate friends together and like figure out what school friends he has and figure out where I'm going to get all the money for a party.
Yeah, that's the fun part. But last year I remember Steve and I took the day off and we just tandemed around and rode the bike and tried to like see if there was anything, but it was extremely peaceful. The shit didn't hit the fan, if you remember, until after.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and then people were like, that was great. It was like, count the votes, keep counting. And then the other side is like, stop counting. And it was like,
I know I was there.
amazing.
I was fucking there.
Amazing.
I was talking to, there were weirdos on the both sides, but like the Trump ones were like super fucking weird.
Right. Well,
some of them were really nice though.
I think a lot of Trump people are really nice that I like, and then I find out they're just,
Yeah,
They're just
don't talk about politics.
it's not, like, but there was this one lady there that like I was just sitting down to go.
Yeah,
I know, right? I was sitting down to have a cigarette because like I get really anxious like in the crowd, if I'm in there too long. And so I was taking a cigarette break, and like I said, just sat down. I didn't even want to talk to anybody. I wasn't trying to talk to anybody. I just hadn't gotten my earbuds in yet. And she just started yapping at me, and I was, trying to be polite, and like she was just saying the weirdest shit. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, lady? Like none of what you just said like makes any goddamn sense. And she got so incensed about it. Which, I get, I come across pretty harsh, but still, like, lady, you talk to me.
Right.
I didn't ask you to sit down next to me. I didn't even want you here.
Now, did you work that election? Is that what happened?
No, I was, I worked it in the sense that I was photographing.
Oh, okay. But you got in, right? You were in the thing.
No, I was outside.
Okay.
It was the next year, and then the year after that, and the year before that.
Yeah. Oh, which reminds me, yeah, I have a yeah, I know. I just was real fast that we have a thank you for the link to your photos. I'm gonna make sure. I think we're gonna
I am so sorry I didn't get you
texted
that.
you. I didn't even think of that. I didn't. I had so many. I wait until things get too crazy, and then I'm ineffective. But now I'm prepared, so this will be good because we are following Kensington pretty closely.
What had happened was my work stopped using Slack and moved over to Discord. And so I haven't really opened my Slack much.
So do I have to change to Discord now? Is that what you're saying?
No. I'll just remember to, have it open,
okay. It's all good.
So I can see it.
All good. I can do it on Facebook. I should have got you on
I'm not on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm on IG.
but it comes to me on Facebook, so I can still
okay.
So that's meta.
I send you all kinds of weird fun stuff.
Yes, it's very interesting. I like to I catch up and have a good time with it. So I do appreciate that. Keep it coming.
And remember, when life gets you down, think about what Godzilla would want for your life.
What would Godzilla do?
Yes, what would Godzilla want for you?
WWGD.
What would Godzilla do? I'll think about that. On that note,
nice.
As a watcher, as a lifelong lover.
Remember, Godzilla cares about your life.
I'm sure he does. It's a girl, though, right? Isn't it a she?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't think I've ever thought about that question.
I think there's like
Godzilla's
a story.
I never thought we'd get into Godzilla's pronouns.
Godzilla's pronouns, right? I don't know. I would say they.
Is Godzilla male or female?
Are you asking Alexa or Siri?
Yeah.
It's not explicitly defined in the original. It's
but Matthew Broderick movie was a girl. Because it had an egg.
You're right. In 1998, Godzilla is referred to as male and is shown laying eggs through parthenogenesis.
Oh, so it was male who laid eggs?
Yes.
I don't like this. This makes me angry.
What are we in the Olympics?
Intersex? What is this, an Olympic sport? I'm angry.
Parthenogenesis. That is not a word that you hear often.
I thought it was a girl. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Godzilla. I'm sorry I got you wrong. I didn't realize you were a complicated gender.
Gender.
I got it now. I'm gonna apologize to Godzilla formally here, and then I guess on that note,
He won't destroy Philadelphia. Thank
they
you.
won't destroy Philadelphia. Just so stupid.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
we're gonna sign off.
I have a chair.
Before we start talking about
Who
the
knows where this
monster
goes
from
now. Yeah.
what was that movie that was shot like from first person perspective in New
Oh, I
York?
love that movie. A Clover.
Cloverfield.
I love that movie. Oh my God, that was the best. I wish I would watch them all the time. There's like YouTubes of people that are special effects people that like make their own little versions of it. And there's one of it coming up on a beach. Oh, it's amazing. I just love that. Anyway, that's an odd fetish. Not that I have it.
Really? That's a
There's
fetish?
guys that turn that into a fetish. They imagine a big woman just coming from the sea. And they're like,
Do you remember? Well, maybe I'm not remember that. That's that. But there used to be. Yes,
there's a big sex fetish cult following of that movie.
I did not know that.
Yes, like women make
I always appreciate like
there's like a whole genre.
I've always appreciated like 1950s like
aesthetic
horror,
of it.
you know, but like I didn't realize there was a fetish. we used to have this game like when I was younger where we would watch these movies and like comment on them as they're going on.
Oh, like MST3K?
Yes. You know, they're like the
No, great.
I don't know. It's a lot of fun.
It's good fun. No, that's a
It
great
is good fun.
I love
It's
it.
good fun.
And you don't really have to pay attention to those movies too much because it's very simple.
Yep. Yep.
Very easy. But yeah, all right. Again, I can't keep saying we're gonna go, and then I'm like, well, another thing.
This is a Jewish goodbye. That's all. This is a Jewish goodbye. Yeah?
I suppose the Irish goodbye.
We're
See,
doing
just
the Irish
disappears.
goodbye. I'm good.
Or a Midwest goodbye.
Yeah. Well, that's the Midwest goodbye. Well, that's how you know it's time to go.
All right, let's get out of here. I got work to do.